See, like the thing is that like I had sprained my thumb and jammed my thumb. Like everybody jams and sprains their thumb, just playing sports. So I would, like play football, like getting the bullet pass, or like basketball, trying to get a steal. That's pretty much the main. Oh, and even volleyball. So I was always jamming fingers, especially thumbs. And so at that point, I think the local happened first. Either the local happened first or the Orlando tournament was. Oh, man, I remember it was like. Oh, I remember exactly when it was now. The local happened in July, and yeah, I injured it at the end of June. So right after I injured it, I had already made plans to go down to Orlando for CEO, and I just played with, I just had to play through the pain, and I did pretty well. I think I got third in my pool, almost made out of my pool, lost to Zidane. Shout outs to him. He's a young Kevin Base god, super duper dope fox. I don't know if he still plays, but after losing to him, I just took my L. And then stayed around for the tournament. But then we drove back, and then the next weekend was a local tournament. That was like 4th of July weekend. And my thumb still was feeling kind of weird. It had been about a week since I had injured it. And I know usually when I jammed my thumb before, it would typically heal after like, 3 or 4, at least 5 days, it'd be pretty much straight. But it had gone on longer than that. And so I went to the tournament and played and was doing really well until I played this dude named Omega, who was like one of the first people that I was ever mad salty when playing. Like, actually, I'm gonna tell you the story about what happened after this, because this is like the saltiest moment of my entire career, pretty much. I think, yeah, it's the saltiest moment ever of my career, where when we play friendlies, I typically win. Like, it's usually pretty close, but I usually will win like either 2-1, or if it's 2-0, we're both 2 matches. But usually it goes in my favor. So when we were playing, I win game 1 convincingly. And then I'm about to win game 2 convincingly. I'm up 2 stocks to his 1. And I'm like in the middle of a comboing him. And then I do something that, as a Falco main, I typically did not do much. Like, I was one of the most boring Falcos that didn't really push that many buttons. So I didn't side B off the edge that much, trying to shoot a laser or trying to do a combo or whatever. So the first time in the set, I'm up 2 stocks to 1. I side B off the stage and kill myself. And then I come back, like I try to shake it off. I come back and then I fall for like an easy gip tactic, and he beats me. And I'm a little salty because like in my mind, I just killed myself. I just gave the match up. So I'm pretty sure I just kind of picked right back to Pokemon. I was like, let's do it again. Like, I'm just going to beat you up. But then I went into with so much confidence, and I don't know if I SD'd again that match or not, but he actually convincingly beat me. And like, I was so confused. Like, of course, in my mind, I'm thinking like of the main John. It's like, man, if my thumb wasn't jammed, I would have done so much better. But I don't make Johns, like out loud. I was like, yo, GG's, good job. I didn't even tell him about the injury. No one even knew about my thumb. I was like, I'm not going to tell anybody that. And so where the salt came in, the salt didn't come in when I lost. Like, I was a little salty that I lost and killed myself, but I raged so hard when I went to the doctor. I made my doctor's appointment. After that tournament, I made the doctor's appointment. I was like, this is a week. It's too long. I made a doctor's appointment. Went to the doctor like the next week, the next available Monday or Tuesday, and got an x-ray done. The doctor comes in the office and says, "Welp, you broke it." And in my mind, I'm thinking like, bro, really? You just gonna come in here smiling like some Bugs Bunny talking about I broke my thumb? Like, yo, you don't come in the office smiling saying that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, be sad. Like, be neutral. Like, don't be happy and tell me I broke my thumb. So I'm mad at that situation. Then I'm super Omegatron ultra mad, because then it dawned on me that not only did I get bodied at CEO, but I lost to this Omega dude with a broken thumb. Like, I was just like so angry, bro. Like, that's why I rub my head right now. When I get stressed, I rub my head. I was mad. I was so mad, and I didn't even tell anybody. So what I did was I took my L, 2 L's, had my little hand cast thing, wore that for 4 weeks, and then came back and got fitted for a wrist splint thing for 4 more weeks. And I think on a week after wearing the splint, I know 5 weeks in, I never forget it. I turned the game on. I think I took it off. I took the splint off and just tried to see like what the movement was like. And then when I realized that, I was like, all right, nope, no, not gonna do too much. Put the splint back on. Didn't play for the rest of my 8 weeks. Then when I finally had the 8-week time period, I played the best I ever played the game. That was when, I'm pretty sure that's when I got ranked, was after that point. I want to say. I don't remember for sure. But what I do remember is the second part of the story. After my thumb was healed, I hunted down Omega. Like I like nonchalantly reached out to him and set up a time for me to come to his house and play Melee. And I think I went over his house twice, I think. I don't know if it was once or twice. All I know is that one of those times I don't want to cuss. I was about to say I beat the S out of him, but I beat the brakes off that dude. Like, I want to say after like 14 matches, he won game 12 and I won the rest. Like, my mission, like, that was literally my mission. Granted, I wanted to go over there and beat him 14 times in a row, but I know I did give him one game, and he even like reacted to it like, oh, finally I win one. And like, then I'm like, all right, you got one, and I'm about to beat the hell out of you some more and beat him for at least 2 or 3 more games. And then I was like, hey man, I gotta go. And then he's like, yo, you can't just leave. Like, nah, yo, give me one more game. And I just went, sorry man, I gotta go. Like, that was like by far the most pettiest Smash thing I've ever done in my life. I've never ever been that petty towards any other Smasher ever. Never. But because he beat me, if my thumb wasn't broken and he beat me, I would have had no qualms about it. Nah, I wouldn't have been salty about it at all. And he didn't even gloat to me. It would have been worse if he would have gloated to me when he won. Because he did say, damn, man, like, damn, if you didn't kill yourself, man, you definitely would have won that. And I was like, yeah. But, bro, I was salty. And, like, just to think about the feeling that I had when I walked out and, like, knowing he wanted to play one more match just so he could beat me. And I was like, nah, I'm out. And I just left. Like, it was funny. It was bad funny.